How did I get started in writing, huh? Well, I wrote a semi-satirical and somewhat psychopathic series of blogs about the inherent stupidity of truck drivers that I dealt with on a daily basis. When did I first notice people were taking interest in my blog? Well, usually the comments were a pretty good indication. People would usually leave me at least a one or two sentence worth of feedback. Most of the feedback was actually centered upon the little one or two paragraph introductions that I gave, which were based around real life things that had happened to me in the past as a way to segue into my current topic. Um, Particularly one fellow from Canada. Most of the Canadians seem to have a problem with me, but they're not real people, so it doesn't matter. Um, but a fellow security officer, a good friend of mine, um, had been in the comics industry for roughly 25 years or so, and he read what I had written, and he said that he was very impressed, that there was a lot of talent there, and he asked me if I would write a script for him for an, as of yet, unprinted property called Wild Planet. Why did I choose truck drivers to write about? Well, I'm a security guard, and I have been for several years, and when you deal with a group of people who seem to collectively desire your own demise, after a while you start to wonder if maybe you shouldn't be fighting back. And, well, I had two choices. I could either kill a shitload of people, or I could write about them on the internet. And one of those carries a rather stiff prison sentence, the other doesn't. My choice was obvious. What would I do if I was confronted by one of the drivers I've written about? Well, it would have to be a generalization because I never wrote about specific people for that very fact, but I think my disdain for stupid people in general is relatively evident. I would explain to him that he, of course, was an excellent human being, a contribution to his species, someone who I am proud to be speaking with, someone who I would willingly share my air with, perhaps even a kidney, and how he, as a fine exemplar of all things good and noble about humanity, should be held up above all others as a paragon of virtue. That is what I would say. Then I would stab him repeatedly in the chest with a squirrel until one of or both of them were dead.